So how would Gretchen help Homelander with publicity?
Gretchen would just be doing lines below off Homelander's ass. I mean, they would I think they'd have a really good time together. I do not, she is absolutely an enabler. She's not the one who's like, and we should touch. She'd be like, say what you want, baby. Let's have a good time. Sadly. What else? Yep, all I can think of are drugs. Ketamine, blow, ecstasy. Homelander and Gretchen on ecstasy. That's a fan fiction I'd like to see written.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, my name is Kendall.
Hi, Kendall.
Hi. I wanted to ask if you could watch any in-universe movie, which one would it be?
Any
In-universe movie, which one?
Oh, in-universe movie. I mean, the porns, come on. Those are wild. Wild. And yet, if you've spent any time on the internet, maybe not so wild, I guess. But I would be very curious to see how, yeah, all of those. Also just like, I feel like we see, this is gonna get me in trouble, the movies within the movie, like in the Seven, Dawn of the Seven, all that, I'm like, yeah, we've seen those movies. So it doesn't feel as exciting to me. I'm like, yeah, we've all sat through those 3.5 hours.
Hi, my name's Matt. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Matt. Nice to meet you.
Colby mentioned that during her panel that you guys cross paths a lot at a pottery location. What is some of your favorite types of art projects to make?
I mean, I do a lot of body parts as well. Feet, hands, noses. And so Colby and I, it's funny because I feel like scale-wise, like I'm always like small and she's big. So we've actually made similar stuff, just of different sizes. Her tooth table is gorgeous. But yeah, I actually think it's just really great to have like something that is artistic, that is not for commerce, that is not for like making money or for a career, like something that's just like pure artistic intention, like you can be bad at and there's no stakes at all. And it's been like a really, this is so cheesy, but like it's really changed my life to do pottery. Because, you know, I have to be chosen to act, and I can just go play and have a good time, and nobody cares if it's bad. I'm not on anyone else's dime.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Evan.
Hi.
I was wondering, because I saw that you were on The Wolf of Wall Street, I was wondering how it was to work with Martin Scorsese.
Incredible. Also, like that, it was like being on a superhero movie. Like that is such a wild set. I mean, there was a chimp that got paid more than me. Like he was there one day. I was like, excuse me. I also was there for almost 3 months. So even though I only have like 5 or 6 lines, I was just living on set, and they'd be like, we might catch you today, and I'm like, the boom guy's in front of me, so you'll have to reshoot. I read 6 books on that set, and he's the first person to laugh, which I think is such a beautiful thing for someone who, he has to know how intimidating he is. Like, it's Martin Scorsese, and we're all so nervous, and so your first take, he laughs, and just like puts you at ease. And also, I don't know if he requests it or not, but you come to set and everyone's talking, and then they'll be like, he's coming, and everyone gets silent. And there was like scenes with 300, background actors, like we're all there, and it just gets perfectly silent. He comes to set and then he does his thing, which I've never seen before. So it was great.
Hello there, nice meeting you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
My name is Chris. I got a question for you. Have you ever heard of the game F, Marry, Kill?
Do I pretend to not have heard of this? Why, yes, I've heard tell.
Okay. Homelander, Butcher, or Huey? F, Marry,
As Stormfront or Aya?
Kill. You decide. That's fine.
Stormfront gives me some cover. I mean, of course, marry Homie, my baby. all those real muscles. So marrying homie, hate fucking butcher, right? For homie, while homie watches. Oh my god! And then kill Huey. Because I'm a bad guy, guys. I'm still a bad guy.
That is true. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Reese. Nice to see you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
My question is, you filmed a lot of really intense emotional scenes with Ryan, the actor, when he was younger. So what kind of considerations do you have on set when filming such high emotionally charged scenes with kids?
I think that's a great question, and it's really complicated. I have friends who are child actors who basically feel like it's child abuse. I mean, like, who really had terrible experiences in this business and feel like there is no space for that. I think we've come to, hopefully there are better guardrails in place now, but it's a complicated thing working with kids. And I feel like when we shot, he's not hanging in the green room so much with us. There's not a lot of like adult talk around him. But then we have to say things in the scene that might feel too adult. My experience has been mostly that if it's sort of in some ways a game, it's make-believe, it's not taken seriously, and it's very clear that there's a differentiation between the make-believe and the real life. That feels really important. And I think, and I think like letting a kid be a kid. I'm gonna say kid. I don't think that kids should work too much. I think like career as a kid is not a great idea. I think like kids, you want to encourage their whatever they're excited about, and like that may mean you end up on a set, that maybe you have a job and that's actually what the kid wants. But I don't think a kid should be allowed to just like job to job to job. I think you want to make sure they have some kid life too. So I hope we did an okay job with him, but I think it's a great question to ask. Thank you.
Hello. How are you?
Hi, nice to see you.
You too. You just mentioned, I think we've all seen that Stormfront is objectively a bad guy, but also as an actor, you have to make your character not relatable, but engage the audience with your character and make the audience come back and find that character interesting. So how do you approach a character like that to find ways to give her dimension so that the audience continues to come back and that doesn't just see it as well, she's a bad guy. That's it.
I mean, the banality of evil, right? That's the phrase. The truth is that people are capable of horrible, horrible things, and you have to find that sort of nugget in yourself that might have some gross tendencies. So I don't relate at all to the content of what she says or how she's going about things, but what I can relate to is feeling fear, feeling loss of power, desire for power. These are all like human emotions that if you just live in can create some really bad situations. So I think it's about like using those parts of yourself, and hopefully it's not that you identify with Stormfront, I hope not, but that there's this sense of, oh yeah, like if you take 2 steps to the left, you can fall off a ledge into something really dark. And it's almost like, how do you warn people that that's true? I mean, I think that's why whether she's likable in the first few episodes or not, like people have different opinions, but she's smart, she's fun, she's, sticking it to the man, whatever. Like people identify with different parts of her in that. That's the same person who is also spewing all this horrible hate. And that's actually even scarier, is like the more we can embrace nuance and paradox in our world, the better off we're gonna be. And if you see villains as just pure evil, then there's no way to fight them. So, thank you.
Hi, my name is Gary, and I really enjoy your work.
Thank you.
Just curious, outside of the spin-off, is there any type of genre you'd like to work with? Any type of character? And any thoughts about performing on Broadway?
I do tons of theater. I've never been on Broadway. I would love to be on Broadway. I mean, that's a dream, just like a childhood dream. And it's mostly an ego dream at this point. Like, I don't think that Broadway is better than off-Broadway. But my ego says that I want to do Broadway. I like all genre. I grew up, reading lots of like girl night stuff. I read a lot of like His Dark Materials, and I love fantasy. I hope they make a Broken Earth series at some point. Those are great books. So I actually really love genre, and I've done some horror too, and I think that's really fun. It's a little like superhero stuff, where you're just doing stuff that looks really intense on screen, and you're laughing about it behind. So I'm kind of down for everything. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Jenny.
Jen.
So this kind of piggybacks on his question.
Yeah.
If you could bring any one role to life, what would be your ultimate dream role, even if it's a reprisal?
I mean, honestly, I feel I'm a middle-aged lady. I am not very ambitious. I'm just like really excited to do new things. So like, it's more about like a great writer writing something great for me than me having this idea of a specific role. Like the spin-off feels like I could cry. I'm so excited because it's just an opportunity to have a role written for you, and to be a part of something like that is very rare in our industry. So I don't have a great I want to do Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, and I want to play, it's just, I want great writers to write great roles for me that I can't even think of. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Robin. I want to start, you're very, very pretty.
Say again.
And
No, say again. No, I heard it like a second later, and I was like, did I just say again?
you're very pretty.
Thank you.
So my question is, if Stormfront didn't have the beliefs she has, would her and Starlight be friends, or closer? Not like a friend, I guess, friendship.
If she wasn't a Nazi. I think Starlight's not her people. I think, at least when she meets Starlight. Like Starlight now, maybe more her people. Now that she's like, I'm like, yeah, that's right. You got some darkness to you. But I feel like, like Starlight was a pageant girl, and I don't think Stormfront, with or without Nazism, gets down with the pageant girls. Thank you. I think we might be done, guys. But the band might not be back, so I'm just gonna perform a song from Les Mis. If no one has any other questions, I'll just do my own exit music. Ready? On my own.